Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chatbox Veil podcast, where we take care of your mental health and wellness. We come to you from High Five Access Media. I am Liz. We have Jen Saito and our very special guest, Dana Theresa, and I'm super excited to have you here. Now, as you all know, we try and deal with matters of the mind, and we want to take care of everybody, and everybody has different situations. You might feel stuck, or you might feel stifled, and you can't take that step ahead. Well, we have lovely ladies like Dana, or men. You never know who's coming in these days. But Dana, you are the metaphysical mentor.
Yes, I am. Thank you so much for having me here today, Liz.
I'm still trying to figure out what the word metaphysical means, so we're going to have a really good time with this because it's something that we can teach people and not only learn from our own minds, but then also be able to give back down the road in the community. And that's what we want to do. We want to help anybody that just, there's so many forms of mental issues, instances, however you want to put it. So when I bring somebody like you in, I feel like you're almost all encompassing, which is nice because you can give hope where there might be a little need for it in everybody's mind or heart. And they might not even be struggling with the same struggles, but there's going to be hope coming from you no matter what. And that's what's special about you.
Oh, thank you, Liz, so much. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Metaphysical, to me, means beyond the physical. And that's really what I focus on in my work. I am a nurse. I'm still a nurse. I've been a nurse for over 20 years. And over the last 15 years or so, I've really been focusing on energy healing and learning to and helping people to really integrate all the parts of their being, their body, their mind, their soul. And what I focus on now in my work specifically is being a mentor for other heart-led healers and conscious leaders, people who really want to be the person that their soul came to be in this lifetime. And so sometimes we have, energetic blocks in the mind or literally in the body that can hold us back from being our truth, from being our authentic selves. And so what I focus on is helping people heal and release the things that aren't serving them anymore so that they can really step into their purpose and their power.
That's intriguing and a lot. And can you give a way that you do the assisting?
Yeah, so I integrate transformative energy work into my offerings and how I work with my clients. So it's kind of my own special blend of Reiki. I can explain what all these things are, but essentially Reiki is a form of energy healing, right, where we channel life force energy into your body by the placement of hands on the body.
And you don't touch the body, do you?
I do.
Oh,
there are different lineages of Reiki that hover their hands or actually move the energy with their hands. But in my lineage, I do place my hands directly on the body. So the energy moves through me.
I like touch. So.
Yeah, it feels so good. I agree completely. I love to be
human
touched.
Touch.
Human touch is essential. I think that it's something that we all need. And so with Reiki, it's very simple. It's very gentle. And energy is basically moving through me. It's the life force energy that's all around us that helps, that is intuitive, that is all-knowing and helps your body release energetic blocks and balance out your own energy and gives to you essentially whatever it is that you need.
Now, you know what I think is so important? Because a lot of people roll their eyes when you say, well, it's about your energy. People are like, oh, energy. It's more crucial than almost anything because we all have it. It's a vibrational sense or force. And you can't live without it. Yeah. And for those of the people that are skeptical or anything like that, I know that we can maybe squash a couple of those skepticisms, but how can you not? Jen, are you ever sitting next to somebody that you might not even know, but you could feel the energy coming off of them, like they're ripe to kill something, or you know what I mean? Like you could just feel.
I absorb energy like crazy.
So do I.
You need to come see me.
I mean, like you're the one that talked about the divine tingles. I have those now. So, and that is only talking about the word energy gave me that feeling.
Wow.
Thank God for padded bras.
Well, you know what's interesting to me is that I remember I've had Reiki done on me before, and because there was no touch, I didn't believe it. I didn't feel it. because I couldn't feel it. I was like, okay, I don't really, like, this isn't like working.
Bogus.
So I like that you mentioned that you actually do physically touch, because I feel like that would create a different sensation for me that I feel like would feel like something is happening.
I feel like the essence of a physical touch, it changes your whole serotonin levels and stuff. I don't know if I'm right or not. It just feels like that with me.
Yeah.
It's very calming. It's very relaxing. Like when someone touches you with good intention, right? And there's this transfer, there's this energetic exchange that happens when I believe that when we touch each other, when we give each other a hug, when we shake someone's hand, right, you can feel their energy, you can feel it, and it can't be explained. And there's so much about energy just on the quantum level that science isn't caught up with yet, that science doesn't understand, that science can't explain. But we can feel it, right?
Yeah.
We can feel it, and there's a knowing within us that there's something to energy.
I mean, even if like somebody comes up to you and goes like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I melt. Somebody washes my hair at the salon. I'm like, I'm putty in their hands, you know. Yeah. And then I know that the third eye, well, women have a different third eye than guys, but I know that just gently somebody touching you right here can put you into a trance. Yeah. So there's got to be a lot of basis to this.
Well, isn't there like part of like particle physics that says like we don't actually ever touch, because so you're always just feeling energy, because like you can't take up two spaces at the same time.
Everything,
we are not solid.
Everything is energy, and everything, whether it's your body, whether it's physical matter, it's all just made up of energy. And so, yes, when we can see things and we can touch them, then maybe it's easier for the thinking mind to believe. But again, there's like this deep knowing within all of us. And sometimes we have it blocked. Sometimes we have that third eye that you mentioned, we have it turned off. Or, you know, people when we were little said it, oh, you're being silly, or you're acting crazy, or that doesn't make sense, right? And so we learn to turn that part of ourself off instead of trusting and knowing and believing.
Why would somebody shame you into something that it could be an eye-opener? No pun intended.
Yeah, and that's just, you know, I think it's a generational thing. It's how we were raised. And I see it so strongly now in the younger generation and the kids that are coming into this world now. They are so open, third eyes wide open. They're so eager to just be playful and creative and imaginative.
They're not running into brick walls like we did.
And their parents maybe aren't as much as our parents. And I'm not shaming our parents, but like I feel like in this day and age, parents are more accepting and open to letting their kids be who they are. And so I feel like the younger generations are really open and they're curious and they're so much more intuitive than we ever were. And so it takes more work on our part to open it back up and believe again and trust again.
But you are right, because we do, I mean, I'm a higher generation than you guys, but come from the children should be seen, not heard era, you know? So like now the kids are seen and they're heard and they're understood, and they can actually emulate their feelings without being them squished down by the parents that wouldn't know really what to say anyway.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, there's a lot of instances where I see people that I want to just reach out to because like they look sad or and I might not know them. So a lot of times I'll just walk by, and if I catch their eye, I'll smile. Yeah. And sometimes that can make the difference in somebody's day.
Oh, absolutely.
But you can also feel that some people are just crying out without saying a word.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what you just shared and what you do, what you intuitively feel called to do is perfect and beautiful. There's been so many instances when I came into this energetic awareness, there's been so many instances where I've been in situations where I feel like somebody's in a bad mood, and instead of following down their downward spiral and being in that bad mood with them, I keep my energy uplifted. And just to see the reflection and see the shift change in that person is mind-blowing and incredible. I can list so many circumstances, and one just off the top of my head, I went into a clinic one day. I was getting my labs drawn for something, and the lab technician, I could tell she was having a bad day. She was like kind of, just being grumpy with me.
Not a good job to have a grumpy attitude.
Yeah. And so instead of like sending that grumpy attitude back to her, I would just Took some deep breaths. I like stayed uplifted. I stayed high vibrational in my energy. And she left and came back and she was like a whole nother person. It was incredible.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So it's play with it. Play with your energy. Notice when you feel someone in a bad mood, instead of being like, oh, they're an angry person. What's wrong with them? Like send them some love from your heart. Big. Like imagine sending them love. Take some deep breaths, send your breath to them so they can like receive that high vibrational energy and just watch the shifts that happened. It's mind-blowing. It's so cool to see.
Not only is that amazing to hear, but I have a question for you because Jen and I are a little different. You're more calming force and you're less likely to snap out right away.
Yeah.
If somebody gets in my face, I can't switch that energy. Like I feel their anger and their awful energy so much that it immediately takes over my body. And then I become that idiot that's already in my face back. And I would love to be able to shift, right? Like if you just said, oh, send the bitch love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how do you pull something like that off? It's got to be so hard because if we are all empathic human beings in this room, I could feel everybody's energy.
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
And it's crazy. But how do you just said, how do you switch that energy if you feel it so intently and it's taking over your entire being? How do you crawl out of that and turn it around?
Yeah, it's taken a lot of practice and a lot of getting to know myself and understanding and learning about energy, but I can definitely share some easy tricks with you guys right now. And the first one is to always stay grounded in your energy. And so what I like to imagine is sending like an energetic root system down into the earth, feeling my feet connected to the earth. So the earth is this beautiful transmuter of energy.
Yeah.
We just can, she's like, and she loves this. She can be like a composter of energy. So always like come back to your roots, always come back to your grounding and connection. The second thing is, when someone is being super rude or mean or in your face, or like when I'm driving down I-70 and someone honks their horn at me, like I feel it, right?
Yeah.
And I just send it back to them. You literally just like, whew, that's not mine.
Oh, see, my fingers don't look like that when somebody honks at me. Oh, to the moon now.
But like seriously, just practice it. And sometimes it takes a while to remember to do this. You're not always gonna be perfect at it to start, but the more you practice it, the more it'll stick. But literally, I'm just like, whew, that's not mine.
That's impressive.
And it's like a game changer because it's always, I tell my clients this all the time, and it's not always easy to hear, but every time we take on someone else's energy, we've allowed it. We've agreed
without
to
a doubt. I mean,
I like that we've agreed to it.
I totally agree with her on that.
Yeah.
But I think that's where where I'm stuck. Like I did have a man yell at me about a parking space, and I flippantly said something back, and he did end up.
Oh.
And he's like, and what are you going to do about it? And in my mind, you ever see a movie where somebody, you could see them doing what they think they're doing, but then they're not really doing it? Yeah. In my mind, my hand went out and snagged his throat and shoved him away from me. Aww. But I did not give love back. I did say, what am I going to do about it? I'm going to scream loud enough for the Vail police to come and arrest you. Get out of my face. Now, that's not giving love back, but it's still feeling like I'm protecting myself. Yeah. So where do you have that line? How do you fine line it so you can still feel empowered that you're not going to mess with me, but you have God bless you, sir.
Yeah, and that actually brings it to like the next level, right? So we're going to stay grounded in our energy. We're going to send it back. And then you also, at the same time that you're sending it back, you stay expanded in your energy. Because feel the vibration or feel the energy when you're like, oh, I'm scared or
it feels small.
Right? You feel small. It's almost like it's giving them permission to come after you more. It's like the fear is like, if you ever notice when you're afraid of something, it magnetizes it or it magnifies it. It gives it more power. So when you stand in your power, when you stand in your high vibration, when you stay expanded, play with this too. You'll notice the person will back away or they're like, oh, I can't mess with her or whatever it is, right?
Wow.
So when you like hide yourself, or when you cower, or when you're affected by fear, then that's almost like giving them permission to give it to you more.
Yeah.
So,
And even the anger back is still a show of being afraid.
Yeah.
Because it's a reaction as opposed to, I mean, it's an emotion, but it's an emotional reaction as opposed to what you got, I think, Jen, you're more equipped for that type of reaction than I am. Forget it. I only got a few years left. I got to figure something out quick. But I mean, this is why we like to bring people like you in, because we go through so much in life. And if you have a little guidance, then, I mean, I never even thought about grounding myself when I'm faced in a face-off or something of that nature, or for if you're in a situation where you don't feel like you have control.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
And again, it takes practice. So you might not be perfect when you first start implementing these little energetic boundaries, these little tricks, but the more you do it, the easier it is and the faster you get at it. Like, I'm grounded, I'm expanded right now. Like, that took less than a second.
Yeah.
So the more you practice it, the more it just becomes natural, because we have all these old patterns just ingrained in us. We have all of this old programming that we've learned over the years through our traumas, through our life experiences, through stress, whatever. And so it can take some time to undo those, to relearn how to work with your energy. But again, the more you are aware, the more you practice it, the easier it becomes.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like the juxtaposition of somebody being in that high energy frequency against someone who's
Yeah.
Me too.
And yeah, it is really incredible to see and witness. So I invite you all to play with it, or even just oftentimes when you're in line at the grocery store and someone in front of you is all impatient and they're tapping their foot, like, I just love to send them some breaths.
Wow.
And they're like, all of a sudden, they're okay. It's no big deal.
So you feel like you are really putting that out there and they actually find a calm space.
Yeah, because we're all connected. All of our energy is connected. Like, we all have this vibrational field. And like we said in the beginning, you can feel it. Whether you acknowledge it, whether you're conscious of it or not, you can feel it.
Yeah.
And so the more you are able to work with, tend to, nurture, love your own energy, the more you will exude that out into the world.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's cool because I think we always think about like how easy it is to transfer negative feelings
Yeah.
and energy. Because like you said,
I could throw it right back at your face.
well, yeah, and how fast, it's like immediately somebody's mad, like you're mad and you're matching that energy.
Yeah.
And so like, but I don't think we think about how easy it is to transfer the positive feelings and
That's
like the
amazing.
positive like love
Yeah.
in that moment.
We
And, like,
absolutely.
That's also a choice, like
Yeah. Who knew there was another way to go about it?
yeah, exactly.
But it's true. Like, you're right. You're so quick to match somebody's angst or whatever without taking a moment to think, I'm more powerful than this person, and I'm not as pathetic as this person. I'm still going to think angry people, but I can maybe control my reactivity towards that person and things like that. And that's really interesting. And
that's where the love comes in too, because when we're able, that's like
Kill 'em with kindness.
The fourth step is, okay, to have this person to come at me in the way they are, like, what are they going through today? What are they experiencing? This is things that I think about. What is their trauma? Wow. To be talking to me in this way, someone they don't even know, right?
Yeah.
So when we've made all the steps of protecting and expanding into our energy, then we can kind of look at the whole situation from this outsider's perspective and say, wow, I can send that person love because they've had hard life circumstances. Maybe they've had something really horrible happen today, right? So,
But why would, I guess my point is,
Yeah.
like, I've been through hell and back as a human.
Yeah.
I've been through everything, all of it. I have never taken my crap out on people. I mean, if I have a bad day, I'm not going to bark at somebody in the grocery line, or I guess I never understood why people feel like they have the license to take their stuff out on others, because everybody has gone through something. So when you say, oh, you don't know what they're going through, well, they don't know what I'm going through.
right.
So it's hard. I think it's easier for most people to just snap back
Yeah.
So this is a very powerful conversation because we can all learn something from this, how to not feel mad at them because they don't know how to control taking their stuff out on others, but we can command our own way to react.
I feel like I like what you're saying because you're basically saying when somebody, challenges you with that kind of energy, if you're matching that level, you're accepting that negative energy. And, the strength in what you're teaching is to have that wherewithal and to take those steps to choose that higher vibration and not match that level of negativity through practice and through that breath work and pushing back that energy like, hey, that's your negative energy. I disagree to have that.
I don't accept that.
I don't accept that. Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah, that was beautifully put.
That's big.
And I think it also comes down to consciousness and awareness. So when someone is being super rude to you or in your face, they might not be, conscious of how their actions or how their energy is impacting you. I would say in most cases they're not. And it's not that, oh, I'm so much more evolved than this person, I'm so much better. It's not taking it from that perspective. It's more like, okay, that behavior is unconscious or they're fully functioning out of their ego right now. Like that's not acting from their heart space.
Yeah.
But you can, again, choose the higher road. And maybe they're not conscious. Maybe they're fully wrapped up in the ego right now. Because when you're acting that way, that's what's happening is the ego is just taking over. So
intriguing.
Again, not taking it on as your own, sending it back to them. And this is like the advanced level. The next step is sending them love, right?
I really do love what you're saying. I find it would be a difficult practice, but then again, it's also a form of self-discovery, self-strength, courage, and improvement.
Yeah. Well, I've also heard studies too where they say that when you take on anger, even your own anger, like you're actually like causing damage to your own body. So it's like, well, you might like think you're protecting yourself mentally. You're physically, the stress that you're feeling in your body, like the chemical that's being released when you're angry, it takes, it's seeping through your body and it doesn't just snap. You can't snap out of it. Like you're being affected by that anger.
It's toxic.
It's toxic. And so that decision, if we call it a decision to take on that energy, is actually, probably impacting your health like on a physical level more than you actually understand it because of the way your hormones are.
I love how you're...
I swear to God.
You're like...
She's right on top of it. And you're a nurse. And you being a nurse and an energy healer, you probably know exactly what she's...
I do.
So you can manifest illness within your body physically through the mental aspects of the way you think and feel.
Absolutely. So, everything is energy. And so in Western medicine or in the West, we tend to just focus on the physical causes of disease, but what's behind the physical causes, right? Where did the physical cause start? And it's to what you just spoke to, it's energy. It's energy gets stuck. Our energy is blocking. And so energy, your life force energy can't flow freely. Like for example, if you are a very angry person, you don't know how to express or release your anger, then it tends to get stored. And then what happens is energetic blocks are created in the body. And this can be a whole nother podcast, but it depends on what the emotion is, what part of the body gets stuck in, and then it can create and manifest physical illness or disease. And then your body is trying to speak to you. Your body is trying to show you. I'm just going to give an example. Let's just say I have back pain. I don't. Thank goodness.
Lucky you. I do.
Let's just say I have back pain, right?
That's a great example.
I have this pain. My body is showing me there's pain here. There's pain here. But I just keep going about what I'm doing, acting the way I've always acted, holding in my emotions like I always have. Maybe I try medication. Maybe I try exercise. Maybe it helps a little bit, but not really, right? When the doctors can't explain it, when you're doing all the things, but it's not healing, it is an energy block.
Interesting.
And so what we have to do...
I have an issue.
We can talk about that.
Excuse me, doctor.
So what we have to do is relearn how can I in a healthy way, release this energy that's not serving me. Maybe it's trauma I've been holding on to. Maybe it's old emotions I've been holding on to. Maybe I've taken on some of somebody else's energy that's not mine, right? That I'm holding on to. So how can I move and release these energetic blocks to create more balance, health, and wellness in my system?
And how can you release some of that?
Yeah. So I say it always starts with awareness.
Okay.
So coming into awareness, where is this happening in my body? What's going on? People know. It blows my mind every time when I work with a client and they have like an ongoing pain or something going on in their body. When did it start? Oh, it actually started when I was 10 years old and my parents got divorced, right? It's like, it's all connected.
Okay.
So we kind of have to go back and do some exploration. We have to do a little bit of curious digging to find out what's happening, what's going on.
I like that.
You can learn, there's so many different ways. Energy healing comes in so many different forms. It comes in acupuncture, it comes in Reiki, it comes through shamanic healing practices, it comes through breath work, it comes from yoga. Like there's all of these things. So you really need to find what resonates with you and start there. Start a practice with it.
I think that's important. I think somebody who feels the way we're discussing, if they found one little thing that worked for them, and it doesn't have to be a miraculous recovery immediately, but like you mentioned, yoga, going over to the studio at a revival or somewhere like that, you can find awareness within yourself just from taking a practice of an exercise that you've never done before. The very first time I did yoga, during the, what's it called, the sashana or whatever, when you're Shavasana, Ma Sharona. But during that, after I clumsily got through the class, it was my first one, I laid there and I couldn't explain it or understand it, but I was sobbing.
Yeah.
I'm talking full on, like somebody just killed my pet, sobbing. And I didn't know why. Yeah. And my friend, who's been my friend for 40 years almost, who teaches the class, comes over to me and I go, why am I sobbing so bad? She goes, welcome to yoga. Yeah. That's all she said. I'm like, that's not explaining much. She goes, you'll understand. Yeah. You're getting in touch with a lot and you might not know what you're getting in touch with at this moment, but you will connect with it and tap into it eventually and you'll know why you're releasing all of this for whatever purpose it is. It's mind-boggling.
It is, because, I mean, yoga means union, right? So welcome to union. Welcome to your body, mind, and soul connection. So there was something, I'm guessing, I wasn't there, but I'm guessing there's something within you that was released.
Without a doubt.
Old sadness, old grief,
all
old
kinds of
whatever.
Stuff. Yeah.
That you moved your body in a certain way and it allowed that energy to move through you.
Oh, gosh, I can't get stop with the goosey bumps. That's crazy.
Yeah. So interesting.
I know that you work out locally, and before we go, of course, I need for you to tell everybody how they can find you and maybe get a session with you or learn a little bit more with you. I know that you can do Zoom meetings, you can do whatever somebody needs. So first, before anything else, before I forget, please let everybody know how they can reach out to you.
Yeah, so you can head over to my website. It's Dana Theresa. Teresa's with a TH. DanaTheresa.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at Dana Theresa Star. I have a podcast as well. Oh, cool. It's called the Energy Center Podcast. I actually was on hiatus with it for a while, and I just started recording episodes again. So you can find me on Spotify, on Apple, and also on YouTube with my podcast as well.
Where do you do your podcast out of?
I just do it out of my house. Maybe I need to come here and do my podcast here.
High Five Access Media. Look at the state-of-the-art stuff we have. No, seriously, you are more than welcome to talk to them here if you wanted to bring in some guests and have a nice
amazing
atmosphere and maybe practice a little bit of energy work on somebody. You know, like I was looking at the clock. It's already been a half hour. I was going to see if you could do a little small energy something with Jen. Can you?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
I love doing this to you.
Should we do it now?
Yeah. I would like to do that before we close our session.
Okay.
Do maybe give her a feeling.
Like an angry feeling?
Oh, no.
Take it away?
No, I mean like something that maybe she can release an energy of.
Oh.
Okay, everybody. Wait, hold on.
So,
hold on.
oh,
Okay.
I love that noise.
that too.
Okay.
What kind of
It's like my magic wand.
Yeah.
If you close your eyes with me for a moment and just take a moment to tune into your body, is there a part of your body that's speaking to you right now? Like someplace that you feel a little pressure or pain or irritation or tightness?
Yes. Do you want me to tell you? Or?
If you feel comfortable.
Just my stomach. I think
Your
my
stomach?
stomach is anxious right now. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So I want you to just feel into your stomach and then just start sending your breath there. Send your breath into whatever energy is there, any energetic block that might be there, anything you've been holding on to that's not serving you anymore. And then imagine as you're sending your breath there, just imagine that you're releasing whatever energy that is, whatever it is that's not serving you anymore. Just imagine that you're releasing it, that it's coming out of your body in a healthy and supportive way, in a way that's gentle on your system. And how does your stomach feel now?
It's feeling less tense.
Yeah. And then I want you to come into your own energy, find your light inside your body, your own center of empowerment, your own light, your own essence, and then fill up that space in your stomach with your own energy, with your own life force. Just visualize it, just imagine it. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. Just allow it to happen. And let me know when you've done that. And how does your stomach feel now?
It feels taller. I feel like I'm sitting taller.
Yeah.
You are.
Compressed before.
Awesome. Yeah, I do
You are
notice the
sitting
change in
tall.
your posture. There was this protecting of that part of you before, and now it's more open.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that because I felt like it felt cooler, almost like
This
that.
is better than vomiting.
Yeah. So just notice how it feels for the
Wow.
rest of the day.
Oh.
Send your breath there. Send some love there.
Aw.
And drink lots of water because water also helps. I always tell my clients it helps with the detox process. So when we're releasing energies, it's always good to replenish with new life force energy. Water helps to like cleanse and clarify our system. So drink lots
I
of
almost
water
even
today.
feel it in my head. That's really crazy.
Tinglies, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what we've had. Over the last couple sessions we've done, we've had suggestions like this and breath work and imagination walk and the things that it's turning out that we can do that are so simple that make these really amazing changes in our body.
Yeah.
is blowing my brain right
It's
now.
powerful yet simple.
Oh yeah, because you think of like working out and no pain, no gain, and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And if I'm not in the gym or running around the block and doing all this stuff that feels hard and heavy, it's like I'm not doing anything for my body. But that was like 20 seconds, like
It
probably
was
less than
literally,
that.
right?
Yeah.
It was 20
5 seconds of breathing, like,
And you probably
then-
feel better than you did if you ran on a treadmill for half an hour.
My stomach was growling, like
Right.
I'm feeling taller. Like it's just amazing how little time it takes to really just kind of center and ground yourself.
Yeah,
And
exactly. Center and this was like a super, fast-paced
easy.
process,
Yeah,
quick and easy.
absolutely.
The work that I do with my clients is more in depth, and sometimes a lot of times we take it to deeper levels.
Yeah.
Going into those past traumas and all the things, right? And so there's lots of different levels of this work. We can work on those like simple, like low hanging fruit levels, or we can take that deep dive in under
That's
the surface
amazing.
and go in and see what comes up and what can be healed. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that's definitely a low hanging fruit, but really impactful.
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, totally.
Low hanging fruit. You just go, but I mean, the truth is, I watched your body change up, and I've had a weird thing, like 7 weeks long of like it feels like there's a marble in my throat, and I've had all the Western medicine tests. I'm not dying of cancer. I don't have any viruses. I have nothing wrong with me. Yet it's still there. And it started about 7 or 8 weeks ago. So now that you've talked about this, I'm going to go to my calendar and see what started happening, what was going on back then. And then I'm going to practice what you just did with Jen.
Yes.
I was like, when you were doing it with Jen, I was like, trying to see if I could get it, but I wasn't immersing into it like you guys were. So
try it.
I'm going to because there's no medical reason that I have a lump in my throat. It's not a gland, it's nothing. Okay, so it's weird. So that's why when you brought that up, I was like, oh, wait, what? Maybe it is all that. And it's all about the metaphysics after all. But I just think that when we bring people like you on, it gives hope to everybody because you just helped her with a minor little thing. And we all have, some people have new trauma, some people have old trauma, and some people have unexpected trauma. And that's usually new or a memory that comes back.
Right.
It's still new, but yet it's not.
Right.
So there is hope for everybody. We can all help ourselves. We can all love ourselves. And we can all truly believe that there's a place within ourselves and our energy that we could find a comforting spot where we can handle any situation.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it is a lot to do with the mind. As long as you have an open mind, this works.
Yeah.
If you come in to see me and you're like, this isn't going to work, I don't trust her, I don't believe in this stuff, it's not going to work. If you come in with an open mind, open heart, it's going to work. It's magic.
I also think if you're coming in, you already believe that it's going to work.
Yeah.
You're not we're not dragging anybody in to see you. If you choose to go and say, I'd love to have a session with Dana Theresa, and you're saying that because you want to fix something or heal something or just give yourself some love. So I wouldn't think that it's not like a court-ordered session.
No. And it's very, very rare. I don't even think I can't even think of a time where someone came. Well, sometimes it happens when people like buy a session for somebody else because they're like, oh, I love this work. It's amazing. I'm going to buy it for my friend. And then the friend's not that into it. And they're like, why did she make me do this?
That's where the regifting comes in.
Yeah. But I would say the hands-on, like 99% of the time, everyone is very open and ready to explore and dive deep. Yeah.
Well,
all right, Jen, what do you have?
You said something interesting too. You said you work with like leaders in corporate. So could you talk
Yes,
to that?
let's touch on that because you were saying something earlier that if there's somebody out there that wants to give back or help the community, you don't have to be a licensed therapist. You can actually be guided by somebody like you in order to tap into your power to help people heal.
Yeah, wow. There's so many things I want to say with this. So first of all, I believe there is a huge shift happening on our planet right now. We're kind of moving away from this, corporate ruled society that's just focused on results. And we're coming into a space, it's not happening like instantaneously overnight, but it is happening, where we're coming into this space that is more heart-centered, that is more conscious. It's coming. But because we've been suppressing our intuition for a long time, we've not been letting our lives be led by our heart, we've been letting it, leading our lives through our egos. It takes some time to kind of clear away and let go of the things that have been blocking us. And so my intention at this point is to really focus on the people who want to make a difference, who want to be transformation in the world. And you can do that by simply being who you are.
Wow.
When we're conforming and being like everyone else is being, and we're not being our truth, when we're not being ourselves, I personally don't feel like you are making much of you're not letting your gifts be shared. You're not making much of an offering to the planet. However, when you're being your authentic self, when you are your high vibrational, loving, intuitive, badass self, then you have the opportunity to really make change on this planet. And so my focus is on really helping the people who want to be in their purpose, helping the people that want to share their gifts with the world, helping the people that want to bring more love into the world, be the person that they came here to be. So that's my intention. It's
also very self-healing to help others that have gone through maybe similar situations or just by being there, being present for somebody and helping them get through whatever they're struggling with.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be. It's an altruistic work. It's altruistic work but yet there's still something that brings yourself some calm, peace, and a little fix.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And to work with me, you don't have to be a hands-on healer, right? You don't have to be a Reiki practitioner.
Right.
I'm going to probably teach you Reiki because it's really good for your energetic system. Reiki is not just something you give to other people. Reiki is something that you can give to yourself. Reiki is a way of life. Reiki is really learning how to tend to and nurture and take care of your own energy and be in this energy and live in energetic awareness, like all the things that we were talking about today, right? So if you come work with me, you're going to learn all about energy. You're going to learn how to, again, it starts with you. So when you have this beautifully cleansed and clarified energy, you're gonna mirror that to everyone around you, and then people are it'll have this trickle down effect.
That's amazing. Right? Sign Jen and I up, please, because what we do is what we're trying to do is basically what you do. But if we had even more tools, we could even work even harder at helping people.
Totally.
And I mean, that's what our goal is, giving back. Because we've been through it and we just know how hard life is. And we want everybody to have a little base, a little touchstone where they know they can go.
Toolbox.
Yeah, a little toolbox. A little toolbox. How come you say it so sweetly and I sound like a Manhattan dude? All right, so I can't thank you. If you have any other questions before we take off.
No, just thank you so much for bringing your gifts and sharing your knowledge with us. This is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I love how
is.
open you guys are to receive this, and I'm so excited to get to share this with your audience. Thank you for having me on. It's been
our pleasure. And we hope that you join the podcast studio here at High Five Access Media. This is Dana Theresa, everybody, the metaphysical healer, the magician in life. And I love having you here. We are the Chatbox Veil, helping you with your mental health and wellness. And please have a magical day. And we will be back next week with another lovely and beautiful person. But I'll tell you what, your beauty shines. You radiate from inside and it comes right out. It's remarkable. It's just like you can feel it coming from you.
It's your high frequency.
Yeah, it's your high frequency, and you're beautiful and lovely, and we can't thank you enough for being here with us. So that is another episode of the Chatbox Veil coming to you from High Five Access Media, everybody.
Thank
She's a snorter.